Have you ever looked up at the night sky, those twinkling points of light years away, and wondered, what's out there? It's a question that has captivated humanity since we first gazed upon the cosmos. But have you ever taken it a step further and wondered what would it be like to actually be on those distant worlds, and even more intriguingly, what would it be like to die there? It might seem like a morbid curiosity, but stick with me. Exploring the hypothetical ways we might meet our end on other planets isn't about glorifying death. It's about gaining a deeper appreciation for the fragility of life and the preciousness of our own planet. So, buckle up, fellow space explorers, as we embark on a cosmic journey to uncover the deadly secrets lurking within our solar system. Prepare to be amazed and maybe even a little terrified as we delve into the question, what would dying on every planet be like? Our first stop takes us to Mercury, the smallest planet in our solar system and the closest to the Sun. Now, you might think that being close to the Sun would make for a warm and pleasant demise. Well, think again. Mercury's lack of a substantial atmosphere means there's nothing to regulate the temperature. During the day, the surface of Mercury bakes at a scorching 800 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot enough to melt lead. You'd be cooked alive in an instant, your body reduced to a pile of ash before you could say Jack Robinson. But wait, it gets worse. As Mercury rotates, the side facing away from the Sun plunges into an unimaginable chill, with temperatures plummeting to minus 330 degrees Fahrenheit. So, let's say you somehow survived the initial blast furnace of the day. You'd then be subjected to a freeze so severe that your body would become brittle, your cells rupturing as the water inside them turned to ice. Mercury, my friends, is a planet of extremes. It's a place where you could experience both the hottest death and the coldest death the solar system has to offer, all in the span of a single Mercurian day. Talk about a rough way to go. Next, we venture to Venus, often called Earth's sister planet due to its similar size and composition. But don't let that fool you. Venus is a hellish world that makes even Mercury seem hospitable by comparison. Imagine this, you descend through Venus's thick, swirling atmosphere, the air heavy with the stench of sulfur. The pressure around you increases dramatically, like diving deeper and deeper into an ocean until it feels like you're carrying thousands of pounds on your chest. That's because Venus's atmospheric pressure is 90 times that of Earth. The equivalent of being 3,000 feet beneath the ocean's surface. Your lungs would collapse, your bones would crush under the immense weight. But wait, there's more! Venus's atmosphere is composed primarily of carbon dioxide, trapping heat and creating a runaway greenhouse effect. The surface temperature hovers around a balmy 900 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead and then some, and if the heat and pressure weren't enough, let's not forget the rain. Not refreshing, life-giving rain, mind you, but a corrosive downpour of sulfuric acid. These droplets would burn through your skin on contact, leaving you a smoldering skeletal husk. Venus, my friends, is a planet that will show you no mercy. It's a place where you wouldn't just die. You'd be completely obliterated, both physically and chemically. Trust me, you wouldn't want to spend a nanosecond on this scorching, toxic wasteland. Now we arrive at our home planet, Earth, the pale blue dot we call home. Of all the planets in our solar system, Earth is the only one we know for sure can sustain life. It's got that perfect balance of temperature, atmosphere, and water that makes our existence possible. But don't let that lull you into a false sense of security. Earth can be a pretty rough place too, depending on where you end up. Let's start with the obvious. We've got vast oceans that cover over 70% of the planet's surface. While these bodies of water are teeming with life, they can also be incredibly unforgiving. Drowning is a real threat, and let's not forget the creatures that lurk beneath the waves. Sharks, jellyfish, giant squid, you name it, the ocean's got it. Then we've got the extremes of temperature. Head down to Antarctica and you're looking at temperatures that can plummet to minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit, cold enough to freeze you solid in a matter of hours. On the flip side, venture into the heart of the Sahara Desert and you'll experience scorching heat that can top 130 degrees Fahrenheit, leading to deadly heat stroke in a matter of hours. And let's not forget about natural disasters. Earth is prone to earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, hurricanes, tornadoes, and more. These events can unleash unimaginable devastation, wiping out entire cities in the blink of an eye. Next, we set our sights on Mars, the red planet, a world that has captivated our imaginations for centuries. It's the planet that we've explored the most, with rovers and landers searching for signs of past or present life. But don't let those cute little rovers fool you. Mars is no walk in the park. In fact, it's more like a walk in a very thin, very unbreathable atmosphere. You see, the Martian atmosphere is about 100 times thinner than Earth's and mostly made up of carbon dioxide, not exactly what we humans need to survive. So picture this. You land on Mars, all excited to be on another planet. You take off your helmet to breathe in the fresh Martian air, but there is no fresh Martian air, just a thin, suffocating whisper of carbon dioxide. Your lungs struggle to extract any usable oxygen, and within minutes, you'd pass out from hypoxia, but that's not all. Mars also lacks a global magnetic field, which means that its surface is bombarded by harmful radiation from the sun and cosmic rays. This radiation can damage your DNA, increasing your risk of cancer and other health problems, assuming you somehow survived the lack of breathable air. So while Mars might hold the promise of future colonization, for now, it remains a harsh and unforgiving world. Now buckle up, folks, because we're about to enter a whole new realm of planetary peril. We're headed to Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system, a gas giant so massive that it's more than twice the size of all the other planets combined. Jupiter doesn't have a solid surface like Earth or Mars. Instead, it's a swirling mass of hydrogen and helium gas, with a core that's thought to be a dense ball of metallic hydrogen. So what would happen if you tried to land on Jupiter? Well, let's just say it wouldn't be pretty. As you descended into Jupiter's atmosphere, you'd be subjected to unimaginable pressures and temperatures. The pressure would increase exponentially, crushing your spacecraft like a tin can. The temperature would soar, eventually reaching thousands of degrees Fahrenheit. You'd be vaporized instantly, your atoms scattered throughout Jupiter's vast atmosphere. But it gets even wilder. Jupiter is home to intense radiation belts, thousands of times more powerful than Earth's Van Allen belts. These belts are filled with high-energy particles that would fry your electronics and give you a lethal dose of radiation in a matter of seconds. Jupiter is a planet of unimaginable power and violence, a place where even the most advanced spacecraft wouldn't stand a chance. Chapter 6. Saturn, a ringside seat to oblivion. Next up is Saturn, the ringed jewel of our solar system. With its stunning system of rings, Saturn is arguably the most beautiful planet to gaze upon through a telescope. But don't let its beauty fool you. Saturn is just as deadly as its gas giant cousin Jupiter. Like Jupiter, Saturn is a gas giant composed mostly of hydrogen and helium. It also lacks a solid surface, so you can't actually land on Saturn. But let's say you could somehow survive the descent into Saturn's atmosphere. You'd be greeted by winds so powerful they make Earth's hurricanes look like a gentle breeze. These winds can reach speeds of up to 1,100 miles per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound on Earth. You'd be tossed around like a rag doll, your body ripped to shreds by the sheer force of the wind. And if the winds didn't get you, the storms would. Saturn is home to massive storms, some of which can rage for decades. These storms are characterized by lightning strikes that are thousands of times more powerful than anything we experience on Earth. Saturn's rings might look serene and ethereal, but they're actually made up of billions of particles of ice and rock, ranging in size from dust grains to small mountains. If you got caught in those rings, you'd be bombarded by these particles, your body riddled with holes. Chapter 7. Uranus, an ice giant's frozen grip. Now we venture into the outer reaches of our solar system, where we encounter Uranus, the ice giant tipped on its side. Unlike the gas giants Jupiter and Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are classified as ice giants because they have a higher proportion of ices in their composition, such as water, methane and ammonia. But don't let the word ice fool you. These ices aren't the kind you'd find in your freezer. They're superheated and under immense pressure, existing in a state that's more like a dense, slushy fluid. But let's say you could somehow descend through Uranus's atmosphere and reach this strange, slushy layer. You'd be met with bone-chilling temperatures that hover around minus 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the coldest planetary atmosphere in our solar system. You'd freeze solid instantly, your body becoming as brittle as glass. And if the cold didn't get you, the pressure would. The pressure at Uranus's core is estimated to be 8 million times that of Earth's surface pressure. You'd be crushed into oblivion, your atoms squeezed together until they could no longer maintain their structure. Uranus is a dark, frigid world shrouded in mystery and shrouded in an atmosphere that's toxic to humans. It's a place where life as we know it would be utterly impossible. Chapter 8. Neptune, a windswept, frigid farewell. Finally, we arrive at our last stop on this cosmic journey of doomed Neptune, the farthest planet from the Sun in our solar system. Like Uranus, Neptune is an ice giant with an incredibly harsh environment. It's a world of supersonic winds, frigid temperatures, and crushing pressures. Neptune is home to the fastest winds in our solar system, reaching speeds of up to 1,200 miles per hour. That's more than twice the speed of sound on Earth. These winds would whip around you, tearing you apart atom by atom. Imagine being caught in a tornado that's hundreds of times more powerful than anything on Earth, a swirling vortex of icy death. And if the winds didn't get you, the cold would. Neptune's average temperature is a frigid minus 371 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just a little bit warmer than absolute zero, the theoretical point at which all molecular motion stops. You'd freeze solid in an instant, your body becoming a frozen statue on this distant icy world. Neptune is a dark, lonely world, and it would be a fittingly desolate place to meet your end. It's a reminder of the vastness and unforgiving nature of our universe, a place where even the hardiest of life forms would struggle to survive. Outro Earth, our fragile oasis in the cosmos. So there you have it, folks, a grand tour of death in our solar system. We've seen how each planet offers its own unique brand of cosmic demise, from the scorching heat of Mercury to the crushing pressure of Jupiter, from the acidic rain of Venus to the supersonic winds of Neptune. It's a sobering thought, isn't it, that out there, in the vast expanse of space, our little blue planet is the only known haven for life, a fragile oasis in a cosmic desert. But hey, let's not end on a downer. Instead, let this journey inspire you to appreciate the preciousness of life on Earth, to cherish every breath you take, every sunrise you witness, every moment you have with loved ones. And if this cosmic exploration of death has ignited your curiosity, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below telling me which planetary demise you found most fascinating.